YouTube live stream issues. Boy, oh boy. I'm sure it's going to take a few moments for folks to pop up and get in here. But we're here. I'm live. I don't say that's all that matters, but that's all that matters. So we'll give it a few moments. I tried to start the live stream a few minutes ago and have the stream ready to go live at 9 o'clock, but it gave me an error, and unbeknownst to me, the live stream was never started. Chachi, what up, man? How you doing this evening? Yeah, I was just talking about how BK, what's up, man? How you doing? Quentin, dang, he told me to shut up. Russ, what's up? So I tried to start. No, Quentin, Chachi was first. Unfortunately, for you. So I tried to start the stream and have it set up to go live, you know, and to kind of bookmark it, but the bookmarking of the live stream was it errored out, and I didn't know it errored out until I went to try and log into it. So Chachi says you're never first. Russ said he got first thumbs up. All right, that's a good thing to fight over. So if you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. How's everybody doing this evening? Hopefully everybody is doing well with the heat. Chachi says, "Wow, Dash, what's that supposed to be mean?" No. Blind man, what up, Dave? How you doing this evening? Nah, I wasn't trying to be mean. If I were trying to be mean to you, Chachi, you would know it. You would know it. I won't say I try not to be mean to you, but I'm not going to be mean to you. BKC said he's doing well. Give me a second. Let me get some shoes on since I'm sitting in a different place. My feet are on like a bar chair. It's kind of annoying. All right, let's see here. BKC Quentin told me to be mean to him. Now Chachi is telling Quentin to shut up. Shut up, you shut up. No, you shut up. You shut up. No, you shut up. I feel like I'm dealing with my kids here. What do you call a guy who pours a lot? What do you call a guy who pours a lot? Phil? No, so you know I said you know those jokes, but there are jokes that involve, like, what do you call a dog with no legs and that's laying on the floor? Rick, what up, man? He says, hello. Let's go to Restaurant Depot. What up, man? How you doing? All right. I'm trying to make it so that I can open this bag and use it again later. All right. So I have a bag here, and we're gonna be taking that to the head. Oh, here, it's this way. Is that? Yeah, this way. It's mirrored for me. Yes. So what's crazy? You didn't call him. He can't come. Yeah, exactly, Russ. Well, Russ, the answer is it doesn't matter what you call him. He's not coming anywhere. All right, here's another one. What do you call a guy with no arms and no legs who's swimming in the pool? Bob. Yep. How about a guy with no arms and no legs is laying on the floor? Isn't it old? Is Old English a furniture polish? Is it? It is a furniture polish. Matt, you're right. What about? Ooh, I gotta. I'm trying to think like in the depths of. Oh, a guy with no arms and no legs who's stuck to a wall. Russ, I like that you're there with me. Ow, what up, man? How you doing? Oh, that's Russ. Russ is in the leaves. Yeah, Russ or Russell. But what do you call a guy with no arms and no legs that's on the wall? Art. You're right. I'm trying to think. I had a list of like 40 of these things, and what do you call a cow with no arms and legs? That's stuck. It's art. I gotta remember the punchline name in order to remember the question. Um, Dinner? No. Skeleton Crew Barbecue. He says, "What's good, Dash and Fam? How you doing this evening? Been a minute since we've had the pleasure of you joining us." Terry, what up, man? How you doing this evening? So let's talk about staying hydrated. So I did a cook last week, and I was standing in front of the hot grill, and it was hot. It was hot. It was probably 85 degrees, and I had to cook some hot dogs, and it was light work. It was real light work. One of the things you notice, so next week's video is that when I cook outside, I'm doing outdoor grilling. I try and keep, I have long sleeves on so that when I am, and pants, to help keep the sun off of me. Head contrast dye. All right. Russ says, "Happy belated Father's Day, all." Yes, indeed. Right back at everyone. So I try to, have on some of those UV shirts so my arms aren't getting blasted by the sun and the heat while I'm cooking. Also, I try to make sure that I have a hat that, keeps my head from, overheating. Also, Rick said 85 degrees. That's 6 a.m. in San Antonio. Listen, it was hot. Even though I was in the shade of a canopy, it was still hot. It was because it was a hang runner keys. I was happy I paid for movers. He said, "F the heat." Yep. So it went well. I won't say in and out, but I was set up and cooking and finished cooking in under an hour. We ended up leaving at about the hour and a half mark. I went inside, cooled off for a little bit, kind of saw the lay of the land and what was going on inside. Excuse me, saw what was going on inside and packed up, came on home. Steven, what up? He says, "Hey, yo, Dashing family, good evening." Yes, indeed. Yeah, man, it was, dude, when I say it was light work. I cooked 120 hot dogs at a time. Well, I take that back. I cooked 120 hot dogs on the first go round, and then I cooked 96 hot dogs a second. And that was just because of the way I laid them out. I didn't have the right spacing, so then I had one pack of hot dogs I had to cook left, was another 24 hot dogs, and say, got them done. Ooh, goodness, Terry. Hopefully you're recovered from that. Skeleton Crew said, I did a hot ass comp recently. I didn't hydrate during or after. A week later, my sodium and blood pressure dropped, and I passed out in the shower. Gotta stay hydrated, and beer don't count. Ooh, excuse me. Yes, indeed. So one of the things, oh man, Terry said it hurt like hell, but he's better. That's what's up, man. I'm glad to hear you're doing better. So that's one of the things that I won't say I stress, but I try to make sure that I have water for not only to spray on the grill in case something happens and I get a huge flare up, but also water for myself. So while I was cooking, in between the batches, I took kind of a break and I drank some water, and then once I was finished cooking, drank plenty of water, and then of course went inside, got some water, got some additional water, and basically just try to make sure that I stayed hydrated, because being in the heat and cooking, and it's just not a good look. So hey, if you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it. What else do you guys, or what do you guys drink to stay hydrated aside from maybe water? I'm not a real big Gatorade fan, but I'll drink things with electrolytes if I have to. Dave, man, how you doing this evening? Wait, I just logged in and saw the topic. Yeah, staying hydrated. I was talking about this because last week I cooked and I was on the grill, and it had to be, I was saying about 85, probably a little more than 85 degrees here, and using hot charcoal, standing in front of the grill, and I had to cook 240 hot dogs. Dash don't know what hot really is. Oh, I do. Chachi, I'm aware. That's why I know better than to go there, because it's hot as hell. If I can avoid it, I will try to. Jamie says, Bush Light is water, yeah? No. No. I don't think so. I know, other folks might think so. But no, you actually have to drink some water as well. So Dave said, so a way to stay hydrated if outdoors long periods is drink a few sips of pickle juice. NASCAR drivers have sworn by that method for years. Yes, indeed. Rick says ranch water. Isn't that, Al, aren't you drinking ranch waters as well? Skeleton Crew said, I feel for you. I had the same needle in my spine standing up. Sheesh. Marcus, what up, man? He says, aloha, everyone. I smashed burgers on the Blackstone at 97 degree. Honey, where you at? Yeah. Oh. So, Jamie, tell me about making smash burgers on the Blackstone. Grandma says, yeesh, my man done changed his background. I did. The air conditioner is on behind me in the window. I'm sitting over here because I hadn't put the air conditioner, I won't say I hadn't put the air conditioner in the window by where I normally sit. It's much cooler here. It's crazy how the difference one room makes as far as heat. Jamie said, never again. Victor is here. What up? He says, howdy, 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 y'all. Howdy, 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 howdy. What is it? Howdy, 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 ho. Oh. Grandma says, good thing I took plenty of pics while I was there. Yes, indeed. Yes, yes, yes. Huh. Victor, how are things with your eyesight, with your vision? Man. Yeah, so that's why I wanted to talk about staying hydrated, because last week I had a heck of a time. It was hot. And then when I'm out cooking, I also wear like a cap on my head to keep the sweat on my head, so it's not dripping down my face. Like when I get hot, and I will start sweating so profusely that the sweat just drips down my face. Also, my forearms get really, really sweaty when I'm really hot. So that's another reason why I wear like a UV shirt so that my arms aren't sweating into whatever it is I'm cooking, and also I keep something on my head so that whatever sweat does beat up on my head or from my head doesn't doesn't run down my face, because it will. It will definitely. Also, those caps can be wet, and if you like dunk them in some ice water or just wet them with water, they will help actually to cool you off a little bit. So that's something that I do. And then of course on top of that, I had a bucket hat type of something to keep the sun off of my head and neck as well, and my face. Even though I was under a canopy, yes, I've had Buffalo Trace. Actually, yeah, I've had Buffalo Trace. I was gonna say I had some today, but no, it wasn't Buffalo Trace. What are you drinking out of a black plastic bag? Yeah, buddy. I so I didn't have a chance. I didn't have an opportunity to go the to a store to get an energy drink today, and I had to go. I ran out really quickly to get Mrs. Dash something to eat, and it was right next to a liquor store. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get a 40. So Grumble says 20 minus 3 equals 17. We got 17 thumbs missing. So what if you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you're looking at the screen and you see the comments, just hit back or go back one level and hit that thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate it. So yeah, I didn't really want a whole bunch of beer. I said, you know what? I'm getting 40. And Old English, we talked about it before. Old English was, what it was back in the day. He said 88. No, it wasn't that far back, Marcus. It wasn't that far. Some of us weren't drinking in 88. Oh boy, Steven says, I rehydrate with a cap full of puncheon to 8 ounces of water. Bro, I'd be smiling at the end of that cook after a few cups of that mixture. A cap full of puncheon to 8 ounces of water? You putting puncheon in water? What? I feel like that's like, no, that's, puncheon in a soda or something. Put puncheon in water? I don't know about that. Neil says, hi. What up, Neil? How you doing? Steady improvement on the vision, but a long way to go. Next treatment, first week next month. More shots in the eyes. Okay. Oof. Goodness. I feel for you, man. But as long as you are, improving, that's all that matters. This morning, I feel like I'm going to be tuckered out soon. Not soon, but early. I didn't sleep well last night, and I was tossing and turning, not all night long, but a good majority of the night. Then I woke up, it was 4 o'clock in the morning, and I was like wide awake. So I laid in bed until about 4:20, and I said, all right, I'm going to go ahead and get up. So I got up, got a shower, and then laid back in the bed, and my alarm was set to go off at 10 of 6, and I need to log on at 6 o'clock. So I fell back asleep, which was good, but it was probably 5 o'clock by the time I got back into the bed and tried to go back to sleep. So I did accomplish it, but it's been a long day already for me. Neil, how are you doing? Neil's asking how Steven and Jacqueline are doing. Well, Steven from Steven and Jacqueline. Oldie. I don't know. This one, I feel like it tastes different. But it's not the worst thing. Steven says, Neil, we're good, brother. Now starting to get some regular rainfall. Hope all is well with you too. Yeah, it's I'm gonna say monsoon season, but rainy season there, Steven. Hopefully the rainy season kind of cools things off and takes some of the heat away. But then again, it's probably not all that heat there, all that hot there because of oceanic breezes. Oh boy. I was hoping that this wouldn't make me have to yawn a whole bunch, but I guess that's not the case. Oh. Taste testing number 2 had a baseball game, and I think he went to spend the night at his teammate's house afterward. I'm like, where the heck is he? So what else do you guys do to stay hydrated? You know, water, pickle juice, of course the usual suspects, the like drinks with energy, well, not energy, electrolytes, so like Gatorade, Powerade, things like that. What else do you guys do? Anybody ever take and make like a pickle pop, where you take pickle juice, excuse me, freeze it in like ice cube trays, and I would say suck on those, but you know, chew on the pickle juice ice cubes. Steven says, yeah, it's been pretty cool these past few days. What do you consider cool? He's like, yeah, it's been cool. It's only 85 degrees. Man. Russ said iced coffee. All right, I'll take that. Shoot. Man. The 7-Eleven. So if you guys saw the video where my wife and I went to Restaurant Depot and we stopped at the 7-Eleven. That is the 7-Eleven that's closest to my house, and I'm in there frequently. I'm in there usually 3 to 4 times a week, if not more. So all of the people in there know me, and you know, I speak to everyone, so I say hi to everyone, and they all, like I said, they all know me. But going in there with my wife, it's funny. Sometimes in the mornings I'll go in there, or in the afternoons I'll go in there with her. But we'll go in and get coffee in the morning, and they have a like a coffee, like a coffee bar, if you like, a cold coffee bar with drafts. It worked for exactly 1 year, so it's not working now. So the only iced coffee I can get is like a pre-mixed. They have one that's like French vanilla and one that's like a mocha, and I'm like, I don't like either one of those. They just taste weird. And then they also have they have a machine that you can pick your, you know, regular decaf and like bold and whatever the selections are. But one of them is like a hot coffee selection and a cold coffee selection, or iced coffee. So you're meant to add ice to, you know, to a cup and then pour your coffee over it. But what I end up having to do is I have a, you know, half-gallon container that I will fill up with the iced coffee and then add creamer to it and then bring it home, and then I'll pour that coffee over ice here when while I'm home, and I can drink on that thing all day long, all day long. Brian, how you doing, man? V-Strom, it's been a second. Brian says, hey everyone, just stay cool, thin wet rag behind your neck, and drink lots of water. Quinn said, Marcus said watermelon and or cantaloupe is what he does. Quentin said whiskey on the rocks melt and create water, so I'm good, I reckon. I feel like you about to spit in the pontoon too, spittoon. I'm good, I reckon. So V-Strom says, hey everyone, stay cool, to stay cool, thin wet rag behind your neck and drink lots of water. Steven says, I drank a Monster once, but that's not for me. Much prefer Gatorade. I don't know. I drink Monster like water sometimes. It doesn't affect me very much. I guess Victor says sit in a cold water livestock tank. Okay. Brian says all the cool kids are here. Indeed. Cheers. Man, oh man. Victor's talking about sitting in a livestock tank. I don't know. Don't the fish bother you in a livestock tank? Shoot. It'd be like them fish that do pedicures, that they eat the dead skin off your feet. Not that I've ever done that, because I'm way too ticklish. And, that's just no way I'd be able to do that. Brian said, really enjoyed your shopping trip with the missus. Fun trip. Yes, indeed. Here, dolphin? Heard of him? Have you ever tried an ice bath before? No. Richard said it's a redneck swimming pool. I mean, I know what what that tank is. I mean, I don't know if I would get into it. That's all. Ice bath before cooking? No. I mean, because I was on site. So even if I took an ice bath before, I won't say that wouldn't help me, but I still had to load up, finish loading my vehicle and then get to the destination. So that wouldn't help me. You get an energy drink called Throttle, made by Coca-Cola. We have them. I don't drink them. I'm gonna say I kind of stick to the regular or the mainstream energy drinks. I'm really not a fan of the energy drinks that are put out by soda companies. They're like not rebranded, but I'll drink a Monster, a Red Bull, Rockstar. Those are like the three brands that I'll drink. As far as like I've had Celsius a few times, but not a whole bunch. I'll get a Celsius if it's like the last resort. Angela, what's up with you? How you doing this evening? Why would there be any critters in the tank? I was thinking you were talking about like you said, not critters, I mean, you said a livestock tank. I'm thinking there's livestock. Oh, that livestock, like a cow or a horse. I'm thinking like a fish, That's what I was thinking of. I'm a city slicker. Of course, helps keep me beyond hydrated. I'm telling you, sometimes you got to drink some water too. Can't just drink beer only. FCB, he said, yo, what up, Dash and Chat? What's up, FCB? How you doing? Did Quentin ever get an adult size hoodie? That's a negative, Ghost Rider. I'm not, actually. I'm sitting, there's the air conditioner here. There's an air conditioner behind me, and it's actually pretty cool where I am sitting. In my normal seat in the dining room, I did not put the air conditioner in that window just yet. So it's warmer in the dining room than it is here in the family room. So I'm chilling. I'm tired is what it is. I've been up since this morning since about 4, and I didn't sleep very well last night. I was hot actually. I've been putting air conditioners in, say not all day, but I did them between yesterday and today. FCB said now it's a party. Ange is here. Where can you get a good Cambro for cheap? You can look for used restaurant equipment. You can look on eBay sometimes, like a local Craigslist or OfferUp or Facebook Marketplace. You gotta find them. I mean, most of the time, people who are using them are going to use them until they are dead or dying, and the Cambros, and they have to replace them, and that's when they get a new one or new ones. So you gotta look. Who's a little no hair and about to go into the timeout? It's like quitting. Wow. Just got off the phone with Mrs. Ash. I'll be there Friday and Saturday. Sleepover. Why would you want to do that? Oh boy. I mean, sure. I'm considering renting a neighborhood barbecue pop-up for the first time on July 4th. That sounds like a pretty good idea. Um, it's just a matter of, um, making sure that the neighborhood is cool with it. If you live in an area with like an HOA or something like that. As I'm gonna say I got word, but my dad said he wasn't gonna come. He's not coming. I don't know, and I don't know if she told you, but he said it's too hot. Him and his allergies and stuff, and he might not be able to deal with the heat coming down from Perigo. Oh, are you at? Well, will you be at Great Wolf Lodge? FCB said he cooked a 22-pound brisket this past weekend. Why the hell would you do that? A 22-pound brisket? No, sir. That's going to take way too long. Way too long. The missus was there with taste tester number 3 last week. Yeah, I think it was last week. One of her friends, one of taste tester number 3's friends from the last school she was at, her mom got a Groupon or something for them to go during the week. So they went last Tuesday and Wednesday because Tuesday was the last day of school for her friend. So FCP said it barely fit in the UDS. Do you have more than one layer or more than one level in your UDS? I was going to say maybe you could have cut the point from the flat and cooked them separately. I actually have 5 briskets I need to do for events on Saturday. Not even including the event that I'm having at my house for Taste Tester number 1's graduation. I'm trying to figure out where or how I'm going to fit all of this in. I need to get up in the morning and cook. I have 6 racks of ribs I need to do. So I'm going to get up in the morning and do the ribs tomorrow, get them out of the way, and then I'm going to do, I could do them on the side of the house in the drum. Then I won't be running back and forth to the garage. But I could separate them, but I kept it as one piece. I could have separated them, but I kept it as one piece. Nice. I mean, 22-pound brisket in an ugly drum. Ooh, buddy. So I found, Victor, that I'm getting usually about a 55 to almost 60% yield on briskets lately. So if I have a 15-pound brisket, I might get 8.5 pounds out of it. So I'm not mad at that. So, Victor, I would say 22 pounds net would be like 10 pounds gross. Chachi, boil hot dogs and oat English beer, then throw the hot dogs away and drink the beer broth. Has anyone else seen? There's a video of a girl on Instagram. She was talking, I guess, sitting on a podcast, and she was talking about how grilled hot dogs. She said, "Oh my God, I just discovered this." And the guy she's talking to was like, "What?" And she's like, "Grilled hot dogs." She's like, "They taste so much better than boiled hot dogs. Have you ever had them?" And he was like broke the third wall, looked at the camera and was like, yeah. Are you serious right now? You've never had a grilled hot dog? She was like, no. Oh my God, why no? Why didn't anybody tell me? And he was just like, you can't be serious right now. Like you've never had a grilled hot dog? And she was like, yeah, no, this is my first time. Or recently. And he was like, y'all do things way differently in the Midwest. FCB said, oh wait, so let's see. Russ said my son graduated high school and the graduation was at 6 p.m. Started out on the football field, so oh, so melty. FCB said it's hot. It's Hades right now. Heat index was 99 Fahrenheit today. I don't envy that and or you. So that's I won't say that's all part, but we're not starting his party until after 5 because we want it to cool off. One of the other things too is we will have, or it will be dark, not dark, but it will be in the shade behind our house, so it shouldn't be as hot, as warm. But I'm gonna set up a couple canopies and have things under the canopies. Chachi said with a side of runny eggs. No, sir. SCB said, Steven, I stayed in the AC all day. Me too. Exactly. The bigger the brisket, the more fat you're paying for. Exactly. Tooth Hoot? Or Toot Hoot says it sure is heating up. High of 82 tomorrow in LA. Yuck. A high of 82. I'm looking at the Alexa to see what the current temperature. Sheesh. Alexa, what's the current temperature?
Right now, it's 78 degrees Fahrenheit.
Alexa, volume 4. Jeez. All right, thank you. Cold catch up. No. Sorry. Glitch in the Matrix. Yo, I don't know who changed my, device to an Aussie voice. Probably Taste Tester number 3. Steven says 80 degrees Fahrenheit there. All right. All right. 40 down. I almost bought 2 and was like, all right. Yeah, but I don't know why. I don't know why. So I usually turn off the Wi-Fi on my phone when I'm doing the live stream so that I can have the dedicated data connection. And I didn't do that today, so. Quentin says she's sick of Chachi just like the rest of us. I don't mind Chachi. Eduardo says 100 degrees here in Arizona. Sheesh. So what is the current temperature where you are currently? What is the current temperature where you are? I was going to say, if you need me to ask Alexa, I got you. Chachi left you something in the chat, Quentin. Just make sure you see it. Hey, if you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you are watching this on the replay, please, please, please comment down below. B is for banana. B is for banana. Oof. Excuse me. Victor says 81 degrees there, but the humidity is not bad. Blind Man says we are having a heat wave here, 78. Oh my goodness. To be fair, Blind Man is on the east coast of Canada, and anything over like 32 is, or anything over freezing is probably pretty cold for them. Jeez. He says 78. We're having a heat wave. I wish. Wow, Chachi. Ouch. Sean, what up? What up? Sean, hopefully you've been checking out the other channel. I have a video that's going to go live at the end of the week on the other channel. It is me changing out a trigger on my Canik MC9. Took me about a half an hour to get it done, and that was with me filming and stopping and, you know, showing everything. I haven't missed anything on your channel, have I, Sean? Like, I feel like I haven't seen anything from you in a minute. I know. Sorry. I told you I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning. It's catching up to me. Traveling for the last 3 weeks. I need to catch up. Alright. Yeah, man. Hopefully you've been going somewhere fun. Was it business or pleasure, Sean? I was gonna say I might have to cut the stream a little early. We had a hottest afternoon of 95. Woo, buddy. That's like normal everyday summer temperature here. And that, you know, ask Jamie and Marcus, that's chilly. Like, that's cold for them. Hopefully I'll be recording this weekend. Travel, soccer, work, and then vacation. Nice. I guess you guys got out a week or two earlier than the kids here did. So, nice. So you're pulling the trigger on the next video. Yes, indeed. Not only do I pull it, I switch it out and replace it. Yeah, I replaced it. Huh. Steven, do not encourage Victor. I wouldn't say do not encourage him. Do not encourage Victor. He does not need the encouragement. I am hot now after drinking a 40 of Old English. Russ says, good night, guys. I gotta hit it. Hey, Russ, thank you for checking out the new channel and commenting. I do appreciate it. Yeah, Russ comments on almost every video. Victor took a real shot with that comment. Yeah, I guess. I see what you did there. Funny guy. Let's see. I hear. But it doesn't take much. Yes, indeed. Russ says, or Steven says, night, Russ. Huh. Remember in the beginning when it's like, oh, the video's not working, and you have to put a straw and then cover up the straw, or pinch the straw, or flip the straw up so no one can see what you were doing. Wow, talk about way back when. My next video will be putting together my AR. Gotta figure out a way to do it without actually showing it. I say just well, I'm still not monetized, so I say just show it. My next Pew Pew video on the other channel is me changing out the trigger, and I'll show the entire process. I'm not modifying it to do anything else. It's a factory mechanic part that I'm switching out. Why do my gray hairs stand out on the side of my face? So here we go. Let's pull them down. All right, guys. What other I would say means, but what else do you do to stay hydrated? We've had drinking water, drinking Bush Light, drinking Coors, drinking coconut water. How bad the mosquitoes, everyone? None here yet. How bad are the mosquitoes? I almost say I wouldn't know, but I don't get bitten very often by mosquitoes, so I don't say I don't know. I mean, I see the mosquitoes out, but I haven't gotten bitten by a mosquito yet. Now, my wife and my daughter, they get eaten alive, but they haven't bothered me yet. Steven's looking to FCB like, hey man, yes. Quentin says Chachi drank that T-Rex pee that kid collected in Jurassic Park 3 to stay hydrated. Oh boy, this man's got jokes. Trying to read back the comments here to see if I missed anything. I think I see them all. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button. I'd greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. I need to go get, let's see, something snack on. Meant to tell you. Tell me what, Chachi? Oh, excuse me. Tell me what, Quentin? I read you talking to Chachi. Be like Laura, I was back. I had to get some Twizzlers. Steven says too much clear in the system for the mosquitoes. You might be right. But I've had the ability to dodge mosquitoes for longer than I've been drinking clear, though. Yep. It is called Hillthorpe. You're right. I came up Route 1 and then came through where my house is to get to the highway. Wait a minute, I recognize this little street. Oh yeah. I know exactly the train station you're talking about too. It's on Route 1. I know the live stream tonight was a little off guard. Here's Mark. It sucked, really? Hour and a half commute on the Mark train? Ooh. But you're on the train. I mean, you can do whatever you need to do while you're on the train. I kept contemplating trying to get on the commuter, you know, rail, whatever. But I would have to get to DC, then get on the whatever the line was to get close to where our job was, and then I had to have to get on a bus. So again, another hour and a half, and that's on a good day when the schedules line up and match up. So I get it. I went to visit a friend of mine whose wife passed away, and he lives an hour away. And I'm like, oh my gosh. It literally took me an hour to get home. I'm like, it's not even that far. Travis was like, you're not going anywhere fast. I feel like Marlon's going to be disappointed if I not leave the stream early, but only talk for an hour. Move further out, but it's still just an hour drive to my sister's. Yeah, I'm calling it for the night. It is difficult to read and comment with these eyes. He says, good night. Good night, Victor. Take great care, sir. Thank you for hanging out. Definitely do appreciate you. And I'm sure I'll talk to you tomorrow or Thursday. Blind says, drink beer on the train. No, sir. There are open container laws here, and you cannot have an open container. You will get ticketed and or fined for doing something like that. Oh, goodness. Good night, Victor, for sure. I don't even want to know what the cost would be involved with that. That's not good. Not a good look at all. Alright, let's see here. Victor's going to bed. Good night, Victor. I thought empty shot bottle on the train tonight. Shoot. I'm not saying folks don't drink on a train. I'm just saying it's not like you having a happy hour on a train. Though, I mean, I know. It's shoot. I wouldn't be mad at a happy hour on the train. Someone had a rough day at work. Yeah. Or they're just getting their day started. You know, it's sometimes there are folks who are, you know, who working overnight, and you're judging them at 10 o'clock in the morning when you see him buying the beer. Like, nah, man, he worked all night long. He worked hard all night long. Go ahead, get you 2 of them beers. Shoot. Oh, boy. Definitely can smell the pregame on green line when the Nationals, Nats play though. Yeah, shoot. Bruh, I went to an Orioles game last week, and I had 2 beers. It cost me $32 maybe even more. It might have been more. I'd have to look back at my statement, but I mean, it was ridiculous. I'm like, this. They were like 12-ounce beers or 16-ounce. It might have been a pint. Yeah, it was a tall natty bow. Bruh, 16-ounce beers. They were like 40. No, not 40, because they were 15 and some change. And then what a tip, because he brought it to me. I'm like, I'll give you a tip. The Orioles did win the game though, which was good. But dang, a 16 ounce, it was a 16-ounce tall boy, and it was just Miller Lite. It wasn't like it was anything exotic. And I'm like, well, if I'm gonna get a domestic beer because the domestics were cheaper, I'm gonna get the one that I like. Cause they had other ones that were in but they were smaller cans, and I'm like, ain't no way I'm spending $12 on a 12-ounce can. I'm doing good to spend this money on a 16-ounce can. That was better for me. I'm loosening it up. I have an ankle brace on. It said hurt ankle. I don't know what I did to it, but the tendon or the ligaments hurt. So I'm trying to take this thing off. I've had it on for a few hours. Gosh. I'll let my foot breathe a little bit. Whew, ankle brace. Was the cup collectible? Hell no! It wasn't even a cup. It was a can, dog. It was a 16-ounce can. That's what I'm saying. It was not like, oh man, this is so fantastic. I'm getting memorabilia from the park. No, it was literally a 16-ounce can. I'm starting to get comfortable here because, goodness gracious, I am about to tap out. Like I said, it's been a long day, and yeah, like I said, I was like, oh man, like I was happy, kinda, that it was a 16-ounce, because I mean, I know there were people paying $15+ for a can of Natty Boh. I'm like, no, I'd keep that can and have it sitting next to those hats behind you in the other spot. I could have, but nah, I'm alright. Nope, there's no need for that. Goodness. Shoot. Yeah. I wish there was something going on where I was like, oh, let's go into this exhibit. Let's look here. But I was like, so I wouldn't say, I'm gonna tell you, Angela, maybe see about getting a refund if you do not, if get, you know, if you do not have a good time. They're pretty good about being like, oh, a little kid didn't have a good time. Well, we'll go ahead and take that off your bill. Thank you. I'm trying to think what else we did while we were there. That was it. We let Taste Tester number 3 and her friend play in the park. Speaking of Taste Tester number 3, I just said speaking of Taste Tester number 3, she decides to walk downstairs. Oh, you see her in the reflection. Girl Scouts are paying 100% and food. Nice. Shoot, I wish that was what the deal was with them. It was not the case. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and call it because I feel like I'm gonna fall asleep on the live, and I don't want that to happen. Like I said, it's been a very long day for me, and I'm just sitting here getting comfortable, and man, I'm gonna be faded soon. This heat got everyone sleeping early. Shoot, I wish it was. Well, it was the heat from last night that kept me up, and today, you know, it's been just like I said, it's been a long day. I'm hoping to be regrouped and use sunscreen. It was said, oh, this is just the heat from the heat. Like, it's just hot. But I definitely do try to use sunscreen. I need to start putting some on my hands, actually. But I have gloves on my hands. Anyway, I digress. I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Marlon, if you are, I don't say if you're watching this, but you're not, because you don't. But Bumpy, shout out to Bumpy, saying thank you because he's watching. He doesn't always comment, but he's watching, and I appreciate that. All right, Quentin says, all right, night, y'all, night, Ange, night, Ange. Listen, I do apologize for logging off early per se, but I am gonna be sleeping in a second. And I'd much rather me fall asleep or go to sleep on my own terms than, you know, somebody catching me sitting here slumped. So, SCB says night all. Yes, indeed. Good night, everyone. Thank you for hanging out. And we'll try to do this again next time.